was a full week for some of you. You went to WWDC all week and AltConf. And those of you who didn't, you were working all week. And so I really appreciate you all coming out on this Saturday, spending your time doing this all day. This was a great opportunity to take advantage of the new stuff that's coming out on the watch, to challenge yourself to actually produce something. You know, so often when we live our day-to-day lives, we don't get a chance to really dive into something. And so that's what I think is so great about hackathons, and that's why I wanted to throw this one.
So, you know, inspiration strikes you in the strangest of places. You know, and the Apple Watch happens to be water resistant for a good amount. So when you're in the shower, you can use the Apple Watch to record these strange things you think about at the strangest times. So imagine yourself standing in the shower. What the? You know, wow, I wonder if I could record my voice, my thoughts on my Apple Watch while I'm showering. So our app will go ahead, and if you're familiar with a website called Reddit, Reddit has many like subreddits, which are on strange subcultures. One of them happens to be shower thoughts. And our app will pull into their API and pull down, and it will pull down the latest top post. Raise our wrist. Hey Siri, open shower thoughts. Thank you. Here. Oh boy. All right. Okay, let's not look at the one about boobs. That one's really popular. When you pass roadside memorials on the highway, it's kind of like you're beating their high score. That one's morbid. I don't know. That's a weird shower thought. Hey, this is unfiltered. This is Reddit, okay? So this is what's popular these days. Jurassic Park movies have ruined any possibility of there being a dinosaur theme park. I like that, so I'm going to tap on that. It's like Miami, got it, 3,155 ups, and I tap that, and it will vote it up. And let me show you what we really wanted to show you earlier. I wonder if I could program an application to run on my Apple Watch that would allow me to share my thoughts in the shower. And you have the choice to retry, in which the nice thing is it'll save each take that you do, and it'll add it to an array. So later on your iPhone, you can say, you know what, the second take was better because dictation sucks most of the time. But I like this one, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll tap post, and it'll post to Reddit. So sit down.
Well, the accelerometer and the accelerometer on the phone and the watch at the same time to play some drums, actually marimba sounds for now. And so let me just go ahead and give this a demo. Okay. I hope it works. If it works, I want to be treated like Tommy Lee and Neil Peart in one from programmers. So ready?
We're going to do a quick run through of the UI. Let's see here. Hold on. So it's air drum. So we're going to use the sounds of 4 different types of drums on a drum set: the bass, the tom-tom drums, the snare drum, and also the cymbal. So basically the UI are instructions on how to use the app and which movements to make each different sound. First, it says, flick me with the wrist. So every time you go like this, it can make a cymbal sound. And second, tap me. You can tap the phone and it will make a snare drum sound. Move me up and down, you move it up and down, and the accelerometer on the phone senses the movement and it makes the basic drum sound. And then moving side to side like this can create a bass sound. So this is the next steps for our app. And I want to do a quick demo to the song We Will Rock You.
You're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got much from Tokyo. I'm working for a web startup in Tokyo, and we're relying on Sako CI very much. That's very useful, but that ties us to the laptop, so we can't move anywhere until the build end. So to solve this issue, you can see the latest build on this screen. And tap this, you can see the latest builds, latest 20 builds. And green is succeeded, and red is failed. And tap this, you can see more detailed build information in this screen. For start this and tap retry, then new builds will start soon. So we do not need to come back again to the laptop. That's it. Thank you.
I've been working on a problem that I've had for some other projects that I wanted to do, and wanted to do a proof of concept solution for that. And as some of you might have realized, it's hard to make people with two watches work together or do something together, because there's no way to pair two watches. So I stole an idea from another company and wanted to build something that allows me to pair watches. So in this case, let's say we have a game that I want to play with somebody else. What I do is I go to this website, in this case, and I hit and hope that the Wi-Fi works. No, let's wait. So I have my watch just on my wrist. In this case, it's not an Apple Watch, it's a Pebble for now. So I now hit my high five my laptop, and then I joined the game with my Pebble, and the color that you see there is my player color. I also have it on my display. But of course, this doesn't stop with a Pebble. Of course, you can now just join with another watch. And what I would do if I had a working Apple Watch with 2.0, I would just go to the other player and do a high five with them, or wait, just this one. And then we go back here, and there we are, now joined with my other Apple Watch. Player name is Kelly, and now we can play together a game. And yeah, that's it.
Emergency Connect is an app where seniors, supposing if they get some seizures or something, or children in case of emergency, or anybody in case of emergency, supposing if they shake their hands, or under any circumstances, then automatically we have an accelerometer. The accelerometer, in turn, it will trigger the communication. So it will call the friends, family, and the 911. So right now, I'm going to just show that. Here, I'm going to show it on the simulator. So now I'm going to just run this app. So if you see here, so I have my iPhone, and then I have my Android phone, and then I'm going to call the landline, and I'm going to call a couple of people. It just calls everybody with one click. So sorry, just with little click. So now it called me here. I'm going to put in the speaker mode. So here, this is. So it's calling everything. So with the accelerometer, and if they shiver, then automatically it calls all the people, wherever they are in the world. That's why I'm calling it as Emergency Connect. So it's a single click global connect, click once connect globally, wherever they are in the world. It covers the landline, cell phones, Apple Watch, Android Watch, iPad, anything. So all the configured devices it will call. Hello? Yeah. So it's calling everyone.
Yeah, hi, we did the Emmy app. It's an app that's looks to your location, and it has a local database with all locations and all emergency numbers, and you can also add your own emergency contacts. and it will update with the watch connectivity the right numbers. And we tried to make a complication, but we weren't finished. And so you can press once in your watch face to call the right emergency number wherever you are. This is especially good for people that are traveling a lot, because yeah, you don't know which number to call in such moments. And it's still watchOS 1, so this is just just that you can see what's on it. And in watchOS 2, you can press it and call the number. So in the simulator, it won't call, but you see a little bit more. And on the phone, it's very nice interface.
3 numbers, 5 medical and police, and then you can add a new contact, and you can add it. Okay. Yeah.
And you can also call them.
Yeah.
Just by pressing 1. We just put 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, just to make sure that we don't call them the whole time.
Just very simple.
So yeah, that's our idea. Thanks.
Anyone who is in an urgent need to raise some money for some operation or for any life-saving cause, they can a campaign, and anyone who has installed the Apple Watch, they'll receive a notification and they can donate $1 or $5 or $10. And this person can have like a monthly budget or whatever they want to set. And once the threshold is reached, they won't receive any more notifications. So it basically starts with a notification. And you see this notification, and you can directly press donate $1. If you want to see the application, you can go to the app. But if you're happy with this information or whatever, you can click on the donation button, and you can instantly receive the confirmation without going through the app. But otherwise, if you just launch the app, you will see this information. And here I've used new animation APIs, and I've used the new digital crown APIs, so to change the amount. And yeah, you can basically change the amount and donate a different amount. And basically, this is you're donating to for a cause, and you want to know how many people you have donated and how many lives you have changed, or how many smiles you have brought on people's face. So you can click on this, and you can see the people you have donated for in a month or what. You can kind of change to a different view if you want to see a table view, if the grid view is not really useful. That is for the watch app, but we also created a complication on clock face, just to see, you have donated for this campaign or whatever. You want to see how much money this campaign has raised. And this thing has got a time travel. So you can kind of go back and you can see the amount being changing on the clock face. So that's kind of, we use the time travel to see how much money this campaign has, or this person has raised over a period of time. I'm not sure whether it's visible on the left corner. If you see, there is a time travel for analog clock as well. So again, we try to use a lot of new APIs that's available on watchOS to bring this idea, and we try to optimize the app also based on whatever Apple has suggested in the sessions, so that it loads faster and with a little bit of animation, and with a single touch, people can contribute on $1 or $5 or whatever they want, and change people's life and bring a smile on their faces. Yeah, that's it from us.
So we are John's support team. So this is Dan. This is John Lee, his dad. And this is about this guy, not us. His name is Jeffrey. They're from Chicago. And we're gonna show you guys, what he built. His first Apple Watch app real for the first time. He's an iOS programmer. He has a YouTube channel. He has a Twitter, a Facebook account. He's the guy. Okay, tell them your story. Why did you build this app?
Okay, I built this app because I came to California and I wanted to have fun, because why would you not have fun if you were on vacation? And I like to play sports, so I built this app to find people who are playing sports in different places in California. For this app, I only did San Francisco because the hackathon is here, the location of the hackathon, which is if we. This is our code. a little bit. I only really worked on this one. And I can show you it in the simulator. He's going to show it in the watch, real watch. Here. So I have 4 icons. This is for soccer. This is for football. This is for basketball. And this is for tennis. I'm just going to select tennis, and it just brings you to the screen. And the red pins are for the tennis courts, the location of the tennis courts. And the green is just the middle of San Francisco. And this just gives you a value of how many people are playing tennis right now. Okay.
So now let's show you guys on the watch.
Okay, so we go find tennis courts. And there are the 3 tennis courts close by. And then we want to get directions to one of them. So we have the map here. It's not focused. Anyway, we want to find a way from here to here. And these are the directions. So the guy can find a place to play and get directions on the watch.
All you guys have been there before, playing the game nose goes and lost at some point in your life. Well, we've developed that same game for the Apple Watch, and so that you and your friends can play anywhere.
Get rewarded for being fast. Challenge your friends and coworkers for coffee, lunch, or the next round of drinks. It's the same classic game, but instead of tapping your nose or saying "not it," you tap the watch.
So since I'm the one initiating the game, I'm going to pick the group of friends who I'm going to be playing with. In this case, they're going to be my coworkers. So coworkers. And I'm going to choose the topic as well. And as soon as I choose the topic, they're going to get notifications on their phones saying that they're invited to our Nose Goes game. Let's see. So I'm going to do happy hours, even though we are kind of past happy hour now. And we've got 10 seconds for everybody to join. They're going to use their phones instead of their watches, since they don't have watches on them. And we're going to get ready. Everybody's joined, and tap it. And it looks like Justin's the loser here.
So Justin's going to get a round of drinks for everyone in the room.
It's a good thing there's a keg right over there.
That's not it.
Where's my computer? God, I've been looking for it for such a long time. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Finally. Okay, here it is. Okay. What do I do if I think my girlfriend is pregnant?
Okay, guess what? The test results are negative.
For moments like these and others in life, there's Blammer, which accentuates your life moments with sound effects activated by motion. And so now we're going to have somebody present with the app, actual sound effects.
You to Ari and our other friends in that same room over there, through the power of open source software, we were able to get through many of the issues that would happen with this. So I'm going to...
Can you take it off your wrist and put it down here?
It's kind of a motion-based thing.
Okay.
You may actually recognize the UI, much of the UI, as debugging UI for the motion. So I'm going to now celebrate some sort of life event. And that's that. So yeah, that's pretty much the app. And now I'm really excited. This has been a great presentation. Great. So we have some UI,
Yeah, we got some UI, and so we plan on adding, the rest of the sound effects. Of course, there's the Triforce with Zelda, and a POW effect where you could, if you had 2 Apple Watches, then you can fight with your friend and go pow, 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 and it'll make the sound effects for you. Okay, there you go. So once you turn it on, you got the pow, and you got the cha-ching with the little kid winning. And you have fist pump, and the Zelda Triforce where he finds the item, and super excited. And so yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much. So we made an app called Rollin, and I think that the basic idea behind this app is that everyone loves meetups, right? I'm here because of a meetup. I'm sure a lot of others are. But meetups take a lot of work to organize, right? There's a lot of things that go into it. You have to find a location and all these different things. We wanted to basically kind of take the fun of networking and kind of boil it down to its simplest iteration possible and just put it on your wrist. So that's how we got up with this concept. If you look, there's 4 buttons here. They're just kind of examples of things that you might want to do. There's coffee, drinks, games, and running. So let's say that, it's the weekend, I'm kind of, got some free time, and I want to, grab some coffee with someone. Now, we're using the Facebook API, so we're not pulling from total strangers. We're just pulling from friends, friends of friends, friends of friends of friends. Basically, people who are already kind of in your social network, but you might not know them that well. So we hit the coffee button, and we have kind of a list of people who have also hit the coffee button. These are people who are kind of in your area who are able to meet up for coffee as well. So if you were to tap one of these people, what it does is it pulls up a chat in the phone version of this app. So it sends them a push notification. They're able to, you get a message saying like, hey, this person's down to grab some coffee, and it just opens up a chat. And it's someone that you don't know, but like, maybe is kind of in your social circle. So you can kind of like see an example of the chat here. You can kind of send some messages back and forth, figure out a location.
I just clicked the coffee button on my phone, and I appeared on the list at the top. And now we can just start chatting. You can ping me with any message.
Well, the basic idea is you can just kind of chat at this point and kind of figure out where you guys want to meet up. Cool. And that's Rollin. Thank you so much.
We wanted to create an app called Voicechat, which would help you to send voice messages very fast, and it would require just 1 click. So it would basically, you would do this, and automatically the recording would start. So you would need to say, hi mom, how are you? And your mom would reply you. You can do it when you're running, when you're in a car, or when you're cooking, and you don't have your hands free. So I'll show you how it works. It's a first screen, so you just do that. You see the screen recording. The only thing you need to do is to click to choose a person whom to send on this screen. You can see the list of people with whom you talk the most, and it's updating. And then it's your home screen. When your mom receives a message, she sees new message. She clicks the button, and she can listen it automatically and then reply. That was the idea. And John is going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Okay, so this was the first time I actually tried doing anything with iWatch, which is kind of funny because I work at Apple in the iTunes division. So I do the system architecture analysis and optimization for the App Store in iTunes. But this is the first time we tried something with the watch. And unfortunately, when we tried to do compile the code for watchOS 2, for whatever reason, Xcode like messed up my provisioning and something, and it didn't really compile. So we didn't really get it to work. But the idea is we would use like a standard kind of hidden Markov model to recognize the gestures, right? So as you would do a gesture and you could train it, it would then activate the voice recording and then record your message, and then you could send it off. So that was the idea. But unfortunately, we didn't really get it to work. But anyway, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Akshay, and this is my friend Vikas. And this is exactly the conversation that we had when Vikas told me that there is an Apple Watch hackathon. So I told Vikas, it will be really awesome if we can present you control our presentation, Prezi presentation using an Apple Watch. How about we build that app? Is that even possible? Well, I know most apps would make you like either read a barcode or enter a URL. Even the short URL can be a pain in the ass. but I think I got it. So what we built is the Prezi Remote, and it requires just two things, right? One, it will require a unique the Prezi ID, right? So you come to this remote web page, enter the Prezi ID, and when you launch the Apple Watch, you will be shown a unique 4-digit code, and you enter the unique 4-digit code over here. So you don't have to enter anything on your Apple Watch. The Apple Watch generates a unique code for you. Enter that. This will load the presentation on your page here. You have to wait like a couple of seconds for it to load. Once, sorry?
You're all set.
And we are all set. So we do done. We select the time per slide that we want and the total presentation time. These two are basic indicators for us. The app lets us know whether we are going over time or not. So if we went over time on the first slide, it shows us that you went over by 5 seconds, right? So the color of the app of the screen changes. And you can actually control the slides using this app. So if you like move, if you like select next, it will move. It will also plays your videos. Yeah, can you pause that? Right. And since we had like set the total presentation time as 1 minute, when it hits 1 minute, the watch face completely becomes red to indicate that you're totally out of time. I think this is a really easy way to help presenters know which slide they are on, whether they went over time, and they can easily navigate through the slides using their phone, and that's it. Nothing else is required. I think we have 6 seconds to see the watch face turn red. 2, 1, whoa, red. So the time's up. This is Prezi Remote. Thanks.
So right now we don't have an actual hardware Apple Watch. So if we have it, we can actually even have it vibrating. So once you're presenting and you're exceeding your time, it vibrates and you know that this is the time you stop. So.
One of the features that we really wanted to implement, but because of not having an Apple Watch, we didn't, was the 1 minute reminder. Everyone remembers, right? During a presentation, someone would be like, okay, your 1 minute is up. This app will actually, give you a little tap to tell you that your 1 minute is going to be up soon. You have just 1 minute left to present. So, I mean, that really improves your overall experience during a presentation. Okay. Yeah, that's us. Thanks.
The app we made is called Propeller Pet, which is something akin to an old school Tamagotchi virtual pet, but with a twist. So we are trying to make it like a virtual pet that helps encourage you to exercise and get steps. Our pet, call him Propeller. So we want to go for a walk. So as you can see, we have this nice animation, and maybe you can actually hold this for a second. I'll go for it. And then take a few steps. It's still walking, so we can finish. And I took 22 steps. Hooray. And then you can see all the previous interactions that I had with it and the 22 steps that I just took. We can do another interaction. We can feed it again, and then it is happy, and we have this cool propeller animation. And then we can also see the lifetime, the age of our pet, which is 103 minutes old, and the lifetime steps. And we think this is really cool because oftentimes it can drive interaction to the watch when it's otherwise inconvenient for using your phone, because probably you're already walking and you think to use the watch app, you want to record the steps for your pet, and you probably can't do that with your phone. It's inconvenient to take it out of your pocket. So maybe our long-term pet idea for this is that over time you can help grow your fitness goal of steps, and it'll increase over time. And so kind of your pet can grow alongside your fitness goal. And so we are Propeller Labs, and our app was Propeller Pet. Thank you.
My name is Max, and I'm from Russia. I'm a student at the Anza College, and I'm a freshman. And I'm really glad to be here tonight at this amazing community. For okay, like system preferences for Xcode?
No, for
the computer.
Oh, right here.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So Apple Watch for me is I think it's a great tool to save time and to get fast access to information. So I thought, what if you will combine this and use in education? So because you're never too old to learn something new, right? And I decided if I want to learn Spanish, for example, how can I use my Apple Watch to do that? So there's a really simple way. What if I will learn 5 words every day? So I decided to make this concept where I have iPhone app and Apple Watch app connected. So when I launch my iPhone app, I have this button, get my first 5 words. So if I'll press it, I'll get 5 Spanish words to learn during the day. They'll be pushed to my screen with an interval of 2 hours. But because I'm limited in time right now, I'll show them in an interval of 10 seconds. So let's see. If we'll go to home screen, we're just having a great day and doing something. And here's a notification, which also comes to the Apple Watch. And if we press show word, we get a word, and we see it's in Spanish, and we see its definition in English. So we try to memorize it, and then we continue with our day. And during the whole day, we get 5 words in Spanish. After that, you go to bed, you sleep, your memory is refreshed, and in the morning, you need to take a test. And we'll press update, so we have all these 5 words, almost. Yeah, so in the morning, I'm going to take a test and try to match definitions with words I learned the previous day to see if my memory actually kept it in my head. So now I can take the test, and I'll try to score the maximum right now. Yeah, it's a fox, and El Padre is a father from Spanish, and El Polo means chicken, and La Lima means fire. So, oh, it crashes. Awkward, okay. Yeah, but actually it's supposed to show you how much you got correct and how much you got wrong. And the words you got wrong, you get the transfer for the next day. So you always have chance to learn them one more time. Thank you very much, and good luck. It was a great experience.
PICU nurses administer temperature checks every couple of hours to make sure patients are not running a fever, but child's fevers can rise dangerously high in the interim, right? So in a short time. So let us take you through a day in the life of a nurse and show you how simple and intuitive our solution is, and it solves this problem. Mitch is a PICU nurse in a large hospital in San Francisco. And every day he works tirelessly in the PICU, you know, working with his hands, and rarely has time to reach for his phone. So a watch is a perfect solution for that, right? So as Mitch passes by, let's say, Jimmy's room on his way to his next patient, he gets an alert on his watch. Warming up the beacon, so Jimmy's temperature is rising. As Mitch walks past Jimmy's room, so right now he's heating up the beacon. When the patient's temperature goes up, after a certain threshold, it'll send a message to the phone.
There it is, it's coming. The notification comes. So here's the message. It shows that Jim had little baby Jim Patel had a temperature of 87. So the temperature comes from the beacon that we just had there. And you can have multiple beacons, and each time the one goes past a threshold, it'll go to the watch. That's it.
Yeah.
Start talking. If you need anything set up. Do you need anything set up?
So first I want to introduce my team, my fabulous team. Couldn't have done it without that. I'm really excited. We have Monica and Yasu and Ko. And Ben wanted me to wait till we got it set up, but I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the app. So the app is based on the idea of how much time parents spend tracking where their kids are. And today we are doing that with text messaging. And a lot of families are. And now we are going to bring the magic of Harry Potter and the Burrow clock that Mrs. Weasley had that would track each of her children and family members to see where they were. So this is the home screen, and I want to show you what Mrs. Weasley, or in this case, the Happy Watch family parent would see. At the top, there's an icon representing home. And on one side, there's an icon representing school, which is a graduation cap. We anticipate they will graduate. And work, which is a computer monitor where most of us work, and then travel, which mimics what is being done on the Weasley watch, which you can be in a location, and we'll use geofencing to show what location you're entering and leaving, which takes the work of texting out of it and gets an automatic notification coming to the parent that subscribes to the notifications. So we'll go ahead and have an event happen where Amy leaves home. Everybody's at home now. All the arrows are up. Amy leaves home, and hopefully we're going to get a notification that now she's traveling. And it lists the time she left and that she left home. Now she's traveling. So you see that in the main screen that the Amy purple dial is down. Eventually we might integrate pictures on each of the dials. So the next thing that happens, maybe I should just wait for my notification, but I think Dad's going to leave home next. And oh, look it is what happened. I'm so glad. And every time I can always go back to the main screen if after the notification has been done, and usually it switches to the next thing. So let's do one more. Actually, let's do a glance. And I just want to know where everybody is. So at a glance, I can see that today, Mom is at school, Dad is traveling, Amy's traveling, and Ben is traveling, because I didn't go through the simulation quite to the right moment. But did I forget anything that I'm going to tell you? We really think that a lot of people, in particular, people who already own Apple Watches, will find this functionality very helpful for the person or people in the family that are tracking each of the family members' movements without the family members having to remember to text and say where they are. Okay.
Raise your hand if you've showered today. Anybody showered today? Okay, good job, guys. So we worked on an app that actually helps more people in the city shower. So Steph will tell you more.
So yeah, it sounds like a ridiculous question, but it's not. San Francisco has a big problem, homeless, and they have a bigger problem, which is finding a shower. There's about 7 places in the whole San Francisco, and most probably over 100,000 homelesses. So I discovered recently this pretty awesome company called, actually association or whatever you call it, called Lavamae. You can find them at Lavamae, so that's LAVAMAE.org. And so I decided we could do something with technology. I decided nerds could be social now and then. What we're going to show you is a few of the stuff that we did. We had lots of great ideas with 5 people together. Along the road, we discovered that watchOS 2 was different than watchOS 1. So we came back from 2 to 1 to 1 to 2, which is one of the reasons why you're seeing some stuff on the storyboard here. Actually, if you could show the the preview file. It's way better, actually. The idea was to have a glance which would show you based just like the activity. You know, we are all crazy about the activity. Did I run 30 minutes? But it would be cool if we could say, if we could see that, for example, today Lavame has provided 40 showers in Mission or in Tenderloin, and also that they raised today, for example, I don't know, like $1,000, and they're on a mission to raise some money. So it would be nice if you are reminded with a notification that they reached their goal, and so with a one-click button you could donate via Apple Pay, for example. Also that at the top is supposed to be a map where the bus is. You can just visit those people over there, and the general idea would be that the people at Lavame would have also kind of an admin app where they check in, just like where they say, okay, the bus is here if you want to come and say hi. And also whenever somebody donates, they would see that more money is coming in, so that would motivate the volunteers working at Lavame. Yeah, what else did I forget except my computer not starting? Yeah, this is not something we want to stop now, by the way. The goal is not really to win this hackathon, but the goal is to do something for them. So we will, if you want to hear more about that, just follow me on StuffMC, STUFFMC, and I want to do something for those guys.
Everybody, I'm here with our team lead, Yusuke, and so Ichiro from Japan. I'm Andrew from the Bay Area. I'm Bay Area local, and we are excited about technology that we don't need to look at to use. Fortunately, watchOS allows us to do just that. Slow and steady wins the race with pace. So building aerobic strength with the help of wearable technology will keep your goals on pace. Technology can improve your well-being, but this often comes at a cost of convenience. We no longer need to mount a large screen on our bicep to receive useful information when we're exercising. The Apple iWatch light, non-obtrusive design provides features that allow runners to receive real-time information. Set your desired pace, and the iWatch becomes your running partner that won't leave your side. Unique vibrations will inform you when you are falling behind or getting ahead of your set pace. Pace works without runners needing to take your eyes off the path ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and give this over to give some more technical details and an example of how this works.
So this one can basically keep your running record without any iPhone, only the watch. And you can choose either pace run or interval training, which is pretty popular for runners. So right now, we're going to start with the pace run. And you can choose your pace using a digital ground over there. It's a nice and smooth one. And since the Apple watchOS 2 has come out, and it is the place to try out all the stuff, we try to use a lot of frameworks and a lot of APIs. So this one is digital ground, and you have to wear that, right? So he's going to start running. He has to, yeah, to record. It actually works. So the motion detector, core motion, is used for his activity, running or walking or cycling. And core location is used for detecting the location where he was running, and those information is detected. Also, there's a new feature, like, using a health kit and use this app as a workout app. We can get the app running on the main thread. So after running, it's blah, but he ran 0.01 miles, and his pace was pretty slow. And once he finished the run, he can go to the details, and the map is going to be shown. This one is going to be on
we were on the way to use the MK map kit to draw a path, but didn't have enough time. But yeah, that's something we can do. And in the future, with those technologies, we can also recommend the path to run. And also, since we're using the health kit, we can also detect the heart rate and other stuff as well.
Let me add some comments. Back in Japan, I was in Japan and I was running, but I have to have iPhone to calculate some values. But since since Apple Watch came out, I don't need to have iPhone anymore. But I have to look at again and again and again on the screen what distance now and what pace is currently. So I just came up with this idea. If I use vibration, I can notify by vibration. Even I don't need to look at screen on Apple Watch. So I think this is a great idea, and I hope our workouts life is going to be better. Thank you.
My name is Shen Kai. I come from China, and my partner is a Miracle, right? He is far away here. Maybe he watching me now. So today, my app, for me, it's super amazing. So that's my app. So what's the function? Okay, I show you. Sorry. Can't. Okay.
Right away, Michael. All systems go, Michael. Turbo boost.
Okay, whatever. For very funny songs. So you look very bored, right? I think so. So do you think that's it? So when I collect whatever the poem, they will together. So you probably think that's also it's nothing. But for me, when I finish that application, it's like 3:30. So suddenly I have a new idea because of that. Thinking about your around people, some family, they are disappointed person. So they probably can't move their feet. They can't speak. They can't see something. So look this very easy application. Maybe they can help that family. For example, I change my oil L, P1, P2, change another button for I want to pee. I want to take a shower. For some kind of speak the person, just don't do like that or don't think it too much. Just one Apple Watch, collect. Let your take care of a person know what's your mind. Super simple and easy. So, but my question is why? So I don't know. I ask that person, my sir. I say, sir, how far the distance with the Apple Watch with the iPhone? He told me probably 6 feet, 8 feet. Okay, I certainly was disappointed. Maybe they only can use on the family, on the same area. I want they can far away and they can work something. Maybe probably at night, they collect this button and wake your person to take care of them. So that's my simple app and my idea. So we using the Apple Watch to help special person. That's my pitch. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I just got my Apple Watch about 2 weeks ago, and it's already one of my top 2 favorite smartwatches. But of course, as soon as I got it, I had a new problem. It has all these wonderful Taptic notifications, but my wrist isn't smart enough to know which one is which. So today I developed an application, actually 2 applications, which I'll show you. First of all, part 1. Please. That was the secret. I didn't use the magic word. Okay, so this basically gives you all the 9 separate taptic signals. So I'll put the microphone down here and maybe you can hear some of them. And no, and no, you cannot. But it does go through all of the different signals. Success, failure, up, down. Up, down I think are important because they're the ones that are used by the maps to indicate left and right turns. And they are subtly different in different directions. So that's app number 1. Nope, that doesn't go under there anymore. And that's not even the right iPhone. That iPhone is still on iOS 8 because I need it to work. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. So this is a game you play on your iPhone where you put this, hang on. Strap in again. And hang on. This is hard enough to do without an audience, but there we go. Okay, so now I'll just hit the start button here. Actually, I can do this again, wristed. So we'll go start. And I think that was failure. Nope. That felt like maybe an up. No? How about, was that an up? Yes, it was. That felt like maybe a success. Nope. That was a failure, I think. That was definitely a notification. And I'll call it a start, maybe. And maybe that was a stop. And let's see, maybe that was a retry. Nope. So my total score out of 10 was 2. So that's my Taptic Trainer. Thank you.
My name is Fu Xiaodong. I'm from Shanghai. I first time updated watchOS 2 because of this. My hometown display on the Apple Watch, so I have some homesick. Yeah. My work is at my suitcase. I think it's a wonderful place for do something creative. Now I show my project. It's a tiny, really tiny game made on the feature of Apple Watch OS 2 of animation, and when the screen turns green, you can go, and when it turns red, you must stop or you will fail. Okay, stop, and stop, and going. If I go, then game over. It can run steadily on Apple Watch without the cell phone. So maybe it can be played when in some spare time. Yeah. Here's some summary of my project, and thank you. Welcome to Shanghai.
Hi, we are proud to show you the Watch movie, our app about the visualization and tracking the people's mood. This is Andy from Australia. This is Brian from San Francisco. They are developers. This is Melissa from China, and I'm Yes. And I'm Eduardo from Brazil. We are designers.
Basically, our target users are people who care about their mood, and our design help them to recall their mood and visualize the mood. We were inspired by some data visualization projects, and we think by collecting the data and visualize them, we can bring more insights and awareness to the people and help them to know more about themselves and the surrounding environment.
Okay, so I'm going to give a little bit of a demo here of what we managed to get done today. So you can select a mood by swiping sideways, up, and then clicking to confirm how you really feel about that, and then log that as your mood on the current location. What we would have liked to have gotten finished was a map where you can see all the other people with a similar level of happiness, and hopefully you could use that to migrate your way towards greater happiness, to find an area of happiness and to steer yourself away from areas of unhappiness that are around you.
And we're looking forward to, in the future, psychiatrists will also be able to have access to patients' data in order to see their mood progress over weeks, over like a web interface. And finally, we'd also like to develop a web API that allows developers to pull down anonymous mood data from any city to also gain some research insight as well. Thank you.
My name is Shu, and this is my GitHub account, and I'm the author of open source repositories iOS 7 sampler and iOS 8 sampler. Please show this area. These repositories start over 5,000, more than 5,000 stars on GitHub. These are so very popular repositories. And these repositories are code examples for the new features of iOS. So today I created watchOS 2 sampler. This repository, this is the code examples for new features of watchOS 2. So I'll show the demo for now. There are many examples. For example, accelerometer. Okay. Move and change the numbers. It's accelerometer examples, and gyroscope, pedometer. So I checked already, but I have to run. And so please try later. And heart rate example, table animations. This is the new API for WK interface table. And animated properties. It can animate scale, fade, or move. Or it's recording user interface. And you can try all styles of picker. This is list style. This is stack style. Or you can try all. And also you can try all type of Taptic engine. Or there alert or something. This is interesting. This is digital clown and animate some example. Or you can try many other examples on GitHub. You can download, you can try on GitHub for now. Please try it. Thank you.
Okay, we are the DubDub scholars. So we decided to join the Apple Watch. Let me introduce Lucas from Germany. Austria, sorry. G is from?
Italy.
I'm from the UK.
UK.
Andrew from UK.
Germany.
Lassie from Germany. Matthias from Netherlands, and I'm Mitchie from Philippines. What we present today is what we call Watch Out Jony. So basically, here, it's a retro game app that was inspired by Jony. So as you can see, you use Jony as a ball and the burrito as a paddle. So what it should do is actually hit those bars, and once it's completed, Jony will get his burrito. So this is version 1. We have another version 2, still unstable. That's why we use this. Okay. So we also have glances. So anytime soon, when you're in a bus and you just want to check out, what level you are and what was your last score, you can actually see it. Okay. So it's kind of like that. So that's the glance. So basically why we actually did this, simple. We want to make the watch cool, right? We just don't want to have notifications, alerts, vibrations. What else? We want to play with it. We want to do something with it. And nobody actually has even tackled the game industry, which is a $1 billion industry in the mobile industry. We are starting it. And this app looks simple, right? But let me tell you one thing. It's simple to do if you're doing it on an iOS or Mac app. Why? Because we have the sprite kit, okay? But for the watch app, since we are still, it is still in the infancy, the whole team, especially Basti, created his own game engine we call Basket, okay? Technically, for like 6 to 7 hours, we built a simple, no, not really simple, a game engine to start a game something like this. So it's a start of something new, and you never know how we can actually hit the $1 billion industry, since we know games really, earn money, but this is what we have. So, thank you.
Well, I'm Boris. I'm a member of the CocoaPods team, and I spent the day adding support for watchOS apps to CocoaPods. In terms of the of Xcode, it's a whole new platform. So with the old version of CocoaPods, the problem is that everything is treated as an iOS platform target. This is what we see here, and if you run it, the build fails. If we now use the new version of CocoaPods, which supports watchOS targets, yeah, and we can set the platform to watchOS, do a pod install, switch back to Xcode, and now it should actually build. Yep, perfect. So I put a little example app on GitHub. If anyone wants to try the new version, it's a branch right now. So if you want to use CocoaPods with watchOS 2 apps, you can do it. Thank you.
So I think what we thought was the coolest thing about the watch, having had one for a few weeks now, is basically its ability to surface local information as we walk around. And in 5 or 6 hours or so, we thought maybe the most interesting thing we could do was push to people the most interesting pictures and tweets that were happening around them as they were sort of moving about the city. We can't obviously demonstrate exactly how that works, since we can't move about this room in a particularly geographically meaningful way. But we can show you sort of what the most interesting Instagrams and tweets around here and around the center of San Francisco, which thankfully Apple has coded into Xcode for us. So we sort of have an example of here. Imagine you're walking around whatever Apple considers literally the center of San Francisco. You fire up a notification using your old watch simulator. Oh, cool photo near me. Interesting. I'll check it out. And it looks like someone took a selfie in front of the Prada store in downtown San Francisco. Luckily, I have that because my day would be bereft without that information. And then also you can sort of see whatever the top tweet recently has been around the center of San Francisco.
Oh, looks pretty relevant to this crowd. Fortunately, we couldn't afford the tickets this year, but I'm sure some of you guys could. 80 favorites on that. And then, yeah, I also wanted to show sort of the Apple Watch version of that because we have Instagrams and tweets surfaced literally around here at this moment. We can look at, I don't know, maybe someone in the crowd has tweeted something relevant recently. Let's check that out. Oh, looks like someone earlier was building a Circle Psi client for Apple Watch at this hackathon. I think that went pretty well based on the presentation. And when you check out the grams, a nice photo of Transamerica Tower. So we think we're not huge believers in, I don't know, diving into 1 million Apple Watch apps, having used them for 2 or 3 weeks or so, as we said. But we think sort of the push notification element of getting particularly relevant information around you, both pictures and tweets, is kind of fun and interesting and different. And I don't know, I'm kind of hoping to actually build this out for a real version. Thanks very much.
So how many of you guys like meditate daily? I guess, yeah, many of you do. Yeah, you know, everybody is health conscious now, and that's what the Apple Watch is for. So what we thought of doing here is that with the Apple Watch, we can move the meditation to a next level. We call it meditation 2.0. So let me jump into the demo right away. So this is the Apple Watch app. What it's doing right here, it's tracking your heartbeat. So that's one of the big things in the Apple Watch. You can actually track the heartbeat. So it will track your heartbeat. It will show you, okay, there's your streak. Like you have been doing meditating since like last 3 days out of the 20 days that you have. And then you can start meditating, pressing the Om button. Okay, and we have something called as a dong relax function. And so this is something like those Chinese, if you go there, you have a dong and it just vibrates down. So what we're trying to do here is that once you start meditating, it will give you a haptic feedback, and it will start with the bigger, like a higher haptic feedback, like a higher vibration. It will slowly reduce down so that you can actually go and focus deep into the meditation. It's like the typical guided meditation, but now with this new additional feature of vibration and, you know, it adds up to your meditation experience to give you a better feel. And then you can obviously begin meditating. And that's your meditation screen. And that is where your vibration will start feeling up, and then it will go down eventually. And at the end of 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or whatever time that you had selected before, it will again give you vibration to stop. And then once you stop it, this is the main thing. It will show you the entire history of how your meditation went, and it can be an awesome or a good or a bad meditation. So, so primarily 3 things that we are doing here. One more thing that we are doing here is that, so on a normal day basis, let's say when you're sitting right here and something went up, like right now, I'm super tensed. So what it will do is it will give me a pop-up here that, okay, you're just standing and you're super tensed. Why don't you just go down and meditate? So 3 things. First, it identifies when you need to meditate based on your heartbeat. Second thing, that dong relaxation thing, it will help you go deeper down the meditation. And primarily the third thing, it will give you the history, like the heartbeat history of how your meditation has been through. And that will drastically help you understand that how can you meditate better. Let's say there's a peak in between, somebody might have disturbed you. So it helps you understand how can you make the meditation better in future. So yeah, that's meditation 2.0. The app is on a freemium model. This what you saw right now, it's free. If you want to add analytics to it, if you want to add music to it, that would be paid. And the rest all is free. So yeah, we'll be launching soon. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So any of you remember your Spanish 101 vocab? I don't. But my daughter is learning Spanish, and I really would like to be able to speak with her when she gets better at speaking. So we developed this app called Memora, which will learn and your style and your habits and grow with you. It'll find your optimal frequency to remember terms that you're trying to learn, and it will track your correct and incorrect answers to find the optimal frequency to remind you about what you're learning. What happens when you actually are starting to use this? So, so for instance, like say I'm trying to learn Spanish. So I'm standing around in perhaps a supermarket line, and the watch will tap with a notification. So I'm going to emulate that with going, okay, tap, 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 tap. Go to the cute icon. And it goes, oh, hey, ¿qué es gato? And you have various selections here. And go, yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so let's see, what is it? Oh, okay, okay. I'll give it a second shot. So gato means cat. Well, that's kind of cool. So, all right, cat, gato is cat. So let's see, I didn't do so hot, so I'm gonna like try another one. Okay, what is ¿Qué es caballo? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Okay. So let's see. I've been doing. I did okay. I want to check my stats, so I go to and see how I've been doing, and my results have been going a little bit better. On the full app, which on iPhone, iPad, you could review what I've been doing on the app, or on that list or associated lists. So I could also, for the full app, could create new lists, share lists with my friends. I could also, can gamify it by playing with other friends or classmates to see what our rate of retention is. Also, we could have curated lists, which we can buy in the in-app store. Other uses could be like, med students going through lists of anatomy, developers going through, say, lists of WatchKit functions, which maybe I could have used. And and perhaps at the end I could learn Spanish enough to say to my daughter, ¿Cómo es hola gatito? So anyway, that's the app. Thanks.
Let me first introduce my teammates. So we have Daniel here. He is a middle schooler. My name is Patrick, and I'm also a middle schooler. We have Victor, and he is our coder. And we also have Keith, and he's also a great designer. And we have Alex, who is also a coder. So we have 4 coders and 1 amazing designer. So let's get started. So today let's put ourselves in this scenario. We are attending a great soccer match, Barcelona versus Madrid. And 9 seconds into the game, our star Messi scores. Yay. And out of all this confusion and out of all this excitement, our referee accidentally drops his notepad and his pencil. Oh my God. So stop right there. Now, situations like these happen all across the world in most soccer games. And how do we fix this? Well, our app Redford does this. Redford revolutionizing the way we referee. So let's take a look at how this works. So we have a match ID, and you select a match ID and you press start match. So as you can see, a timer begins to run, and you have to wait a couple seconds for Messi to score. And there, Messi scored. So you select the team that Messi's on, and you select the player. So, and then you want to select him. And then you want to select which play he made. And in this case, he scored a goal, so you want to select goal. And then you want to confirm because you don't want to like make him score by accident, so confirm it. And there you have it, it updates. So at this point, you might be wondering, how's this match the theme of connectivity? Well, you see, after our referee ends the match, so you force click and then you stop the match, it updates all this information onto a server. And anyone with an iOS device can go on this app, enter the ID, and then it can join the game. So as you can see here, we have our phone right here, and Messi scored a goal. And this is what we have so far because that's all we did. And so more than 1 billion people across the world play soccer. And we hope that this app, Redford, will revolutionize scorekeeping for officials. Thank you.
The judges have reached a decision.
So first of all, it was tough coming up with a decision. We talked for quite a while in there, and what we like to do first before we reveal the winners is we also wanted to give a shout out for a few honorable mentions. So let's do that now. I'll do a couple, you'll do a couple. First of all, the one that definitely made us all laugh with glee the most was Out Jony. So big round of applause for them. And then one that we thought was going to be very useful for the community was the watchOS sampler. So big round of applause for that. And I'll turn it over to Michelle for the rest.
So another honorable mention, which we thought was just a really good use of all the new features of the watch, was air drum, because we just all want to rock out an air drum. And then for making really good use of location and connecting people, which we really hope the watch can do more than just like give you information, but you know, you can actually use it. We have Rollin as another honorable mention. And finally, making fitness fun again. Another shout out to Propeller Pet. And now for our winners.
Thank you guys for coming. It was really amazing, great ideas. So I think there are no particular order for the winners, right? So I'm gonna go with one of the winners, which is POW. The amazing thing about this app, or the watch app, is like the virality effect of it, because it have this cool thing that whenever you do a gesture, it generates another sound. So the cool thing is it will be spread very fast between your friends, and so we see a potential.
Okay, cool. So the second of the winners was the Prezi Remote. Look at those guys. Okay. I think we all talked about it. Prezi Remote, we saw had a ton of utility, like the Taptic sensor in the arm, kind of being able to kind of seamlessly integrate into the experience of doing a presentation. It just felt really like something that you could use the watch kind of device for, and it would be really seamless as opposed to holding a phone out in front of it. So well done, guys. That was great. And then the final winner that we all thought was fantastic, almost unanimously, was the family Burrow clock. This one, I think, it was a really great use case. I think it was something that like everybody deals with all the time with tracking family members. There was a great sense of like movement in it. You could see where they were at traveling or at a destination, and it also had a nice glance element to it. As well. So great job, you guys. I thought that was great. Anybody else want to say anything?
If all the winners and honorable mentions could come up here and take a bow in person, that would be fantastic.